The new engagement which is happening between 2025 and 2026 is about, if you are already here, I urge you to hit the like button and subscribe to be part of this awesome family here on YouTube and Facebook, TikTok, wherever you find us. This update that I'm going to give you is an update that I need to make it clear that there is no publicly available complete record of everything that is going on with Emmanuel Macron and some influencers. Okay, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, is currently meeting influencers connected to Africa, content creators. People who have big platforms. We are talking about digital platform holders, and most of the time, these meetings are connected to individuals who are connected to Africa, Africans, not European content creators, no. African influencers, people who have the platform that can move narrative across the continent of Africa. These are the people that Emmanuel Macron is meeting, but there's no publicly available complete record. But I'm going to give you what we have so far, why they are having this meeting, what is the detail of the meeting, what is the aim of the meeting, and what are certain things that some of the leaders, especially General Tiani, for example, spoke about this meeting. A few days ago, there was another meeting right there, and General Tiani spoke highly of this particular meeting, and he believed that certain things are not right in regards to this particular meeting. He has his opinion. So I'll speak in regards to his opinion after giving you the breakdown. That is not all, family. BBC, CNN, they are pushing for kind of major deal. BBC, for example, signed some major deal with YouTube, and these traditional media houses are also pushing to come to the front line. Kind of like everybody should be pushed behind, and the traditional media should come forward, forgetting that they cannot force people to watch what they want them to watch. These days, people choose what they watch. So you see that what the traditional media is doing with what Emmanuel Macron is doing with meeting African content creators is in total connection. Now, when we look at what we have right here on our screen, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, has changed strategy in how to engage with Africans, young star, how to engage the media. He's, buying favoritism or buying the media to himself through kind of programs and engaging them. This type of engagement and meeting fall into what they call informal diplomacy, closed door strategy sessions, and there's another one they call communication outreach event, where these people come on board and they give them the platform, they speak. After that, they go behind and have separate meeting with the leader and all these things. Now, the government did not publish full detail of such meetings. Their reason is, number one, for political purpose, security purpose, and media reasons. And the political, why? Meeting activists, social media content creators, what does it do with security and political and media reasons? And there is one thing you need to understand also. When you look at the timeline, there is no particular exact date, publicly available right there, but somehow anyhow few informations are there, limited. When you look at 2023 to 2024, within that range there was an engagement. It is called influencer engagement strategy. This type of engagement and meeting happened in Paris. Although there is no single official master event list published by the government, multiple engagements were across 2023 to 2024 between Emmanuel Macron and these activists. What it was about is this. Number one, it was about rebuilding France's image among young audiences. This is not something we are alleging. They are there. You can check it out. Rebuilding France's image among young audience. We are asking the question. This is number one, right? We are asking the question, what exactly happened to Macron's image, France's image, that they need to rebuild it? When did you people throw stone at the image of Macron and France, and then they need to rebuild it? Why did you people scatter it? What happened to it? And suddenly people, audiences need to be engaged, activists need to be engaged to rebuild it. Something is not right, right? Okay, so the second thing is countering anti-French sentiment in Africa. They believe that the government of France believe that there are some sentiment, anti-French sentiment. People are not pleased with France, especially people who they are calling out France loudly in respect of the old colonial structures which cage most of the francophone countries today, which Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, for example, are trying to break away from, or they have broken away from, and they are still fighting to maintain that breakaway, which, the system is fighting them back, as you all know. We will not go down into that. So they are trying to counter anti-French sentiment in Africa. So in other words, these guys will be engaged, and when it comes to things concerning France and how you project France, these guys will be involved in rebuilding France's image. Even if France is bad, they need to make sure that they project France as good. So just about the master's work. So the third one is using digital creators as communication bridge. Macron of France believes that the bridge that has been holding France and Africa together has been broken through these people who have been opened. Their eyes are open to the old structures that are still holding some African countries, and how the mineral deals and everything is just to the favor of France, the colonial currency CFA, which is still controlling the economy of these Africa countries. There are people who are voicing out against it, and therefore the bridge holding France or connecting France and Africa when it comes to communication and narrative wise is broken, and therefore they are going to use the digital creators as communication bridges to rebuild the bridges. So one, rebuilding France's image among young audiences, countering anti-French sentiment in Africa, and using digital creators as communication bridges. Now, what is confirmed right now is that this aligns with a policy that France, rolled out, which is to smoothly move away from the military presence to soft power influence. What that simply means is that, recent days, France has been kicked out of some African countries. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Chad, and others are also considered in Senegal, for example, and all that. So they are trying to use the soft power influence through these influencers. And names of these influencers are not officially disclosed, but some of them, their pictures pop up on the internet and is being shared across. The exam meeting times, full transcript is not public. Why are they hiding it? Is the question that people are asking. Now, that is not all. We come to from 2025 entering 2026. The new engagement which is happening between 2025 and 2026 is about Africa, France new narrative. That was the engagement. That was the theme for the engagement. Africa, France new narrative. The location is in Paris. Key public figures, influencers were still at the same meeting again, and the discussion was about narrative control, narrative shaping across the continent, and therefore they're using our people. You can see that the people are very happy in terms of taking picture with Emmanuel Macron. They are so happy. You can see that they are very happy. There's that thing when black people come closer to white people and they want to take picture, and it look like the white people shows some kind of love to them. They feel heaven and they forget everything. Because of that alone, they can give up their continent and then stand for the white man. That is, typically what we do when we look back into history. So these guys here that are attending this kind of meetings, since their name are not being published, we just have to be very watchful and see the people that will stand for France when France is doing something that we think it needs to be called out, but these people back the French government. If something concerning the continent, those who stand against the continent and they'll stand for the oppressor, these are people that automatically, what I mean. I don't need to tell you all, but all right, because they realize that the narrative war, they are losing it. Now, General Tiani, for example, the leader of Niger, came out publicly on an interview. He voiced out and spoke highly of these meetings. And according to him, France is doing two things. France is trying to maintain the military presence, and in collaboration with the AFRICOM kind of things, and they maintain the military presence right here on the continent of Africa. France is doing the second one, which is building bridge with narrative, as we listed right now, to control the narrative, because the narrative war these days is not going. France 24 put it out there, BBC put it out there, their comment section will catch fire. All right, so the leader of Niger believed that this is something that in times to come, we will be seeing these influencers coming out, and they'll be coming after them. The AES and people who stand to fight for their freedom from the hand of France, these black people who have the platform will stand for France against them, and we should be watchful. Now, BBC, in January, for example, 2026, the BBC signed a major deal with YouTube. They are now creating original content, especially for YouTube. The goal is to reach younger audiences and compete with the digital creators. We have become so powerful that the traditional media is struggling to survive, and they believe that the traditional media cannot fail, and therefore, somehow, anyhow, BBC, CNN, and all this traditional TV, because these traditional TVs and channels are no longer enough, they are moving to where the audience is. They are following, and somehow they are appealing and lobbying so that they can be pushed to the front line. But this is the days where you can't force people to watch what you want them to watch. People choose what they watch these days. And one of the things that they need to also understand is that the block button these days is not missing from anybody. The block button, we are not going to download it. People said, I will read comment about this particular detail. The block buttons, people are not going to download it. Unfollow button, unsubscribe button, they are not going to download it or go and pay for it. It's just there. They will click it if you are bringing too many false information out there. Because of the fact that many people now believe that the traditional media is not putting neutral content out there, they are being biased, and therefore people are moving to other independent platforms that can put the right thing on board, how it is happening, not sugarcoat it and then divert narrative. So you can clearly see that what BBC, CNN, etc., they are doing in regards to trying to come to the front line when it comes to YouTube and other social media handles is flat in connection with what Emmanuel Macron also is doing, trying to connect with African diaspora content creators. Some of them move from the continent here, go to Paris. That's huge opportunity right there. That they say you should come. I mean, as I'm here right now, they'll contact me that I should come to Paris and all that. Oh, what a wonderful. Not me. You can't. You will not. I will not go. I will not sell my platform for anything. I will not go. I'm not going anywhere. Nobody will call me and I'll go. If they have been listening to me, they will know that this is somebody that cannot go. I will not go. Before we bring the topic to an end, if the media is supposed to be free, are we supposed to call some individual and persuade them to channel some particular narrative? Are the people blind to see what is going on with France and Africa, that they can't talk about it? And they need to be invited by France, the president, and they will have a meeting, and they need to teach them or, spark with them a deal, how to communicate. Somebody need to tell you how you should communicate what is going on. Don't you have eyes yourself? And if that is what it is, then how free is the media? So family, I think it is time that African leaders also take this opportunity to work with us who are reclaiming the narrative on the media. Let me say this point blank. Because today, because of us, no Western media can pick up any good African leader and start to tarnish their image, and then we'll keep quiet. We'll come in defense. All right. Mahama, for example, with the Pan-African narrative and things that he's doing, very soon anti-narrative will begin to flow. It will take us to thwart it. So they need to work with us. They need to turn their ass and look at us and devise some good relations where they can maintain this presence, where people can feel inclusive. We are not talking about governments. I mean, no, not that. But channel programs that will educate creators to understand that the continent is at war when it comes to narrative, and therefore we should project the continent in a better way where our image will not be destroyed over there. We should find ways and means to stand against anti-narrative when it comes to the continent of Africa. Example, Odemaya, wherever Odemaya go, he project Africa in a beautiful, amazing, clean way. I'm yet to see what the Maya going somewhere in Africa and projecting the bad nature. No, he's very good at making sure that he projects the image of the continent in a positive way. And that is what we need to do as Africans. We need to stand to tell the story ourselves, not allow others to come and tell the story. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and be part of this awesome family. See you in the next episode. Respect.